enjoyed the most about doing the BTEC here?
I've really loved being able to train more and train so in detail with what the course is following. It's been really helpful.
Honestly, I really liked working with all the different types of people. I feel like, especially in troop, in the BTEC there was a lot more people doing different skills. So it was really interesting just to look around the room and everyone's working on something different.
Probably getting to meet lots of different people and getting the chance to perform for them and get their feedback and input on different acts.
Getting to make my own acts and do loads of different disciplines, even if sometimes I don't enjoy them as much as the other ones. I get to try a bit of everything, and aerial.
I like creating all the different acts, and they really pushed myself out of my comfort zone in many disciplines that I haven't tried, because now I've ended up really, really liking mini hoops, which is something I wouldn't have touched.
My act is about body dysmorphia. It is actually a psychological condition that affects quite a lot of the population, where people, they might throw up a lot and become anorexic, and that because they think they're just too big, when in fact they might be too skinny in fact. I didn't want my act to just be jolly and for it not to mean anything. I wanted to actually use this as raising awareness and not just doing an act. So to do this, I ended up setting up an interview process where I would actually interview people with body dysmorphia. I used the answers from the interview to create a verbatim theatre piece. You'll hear that in the act. I am the skin that grows tight in scars, false flesh and gut and chin. I pick at the brain and engorge on perception. I am deception.
Well, I originally made the act about boredom. So I was really bored making my act because of COVID, and I was sitting with a book and I was like, I could dance with it and see what happens.
Dreams are incredibly loud tonight, you're creating forest fires. You can't even change your sight, stuck in you like a virus. I can't change your thoughts, my dear. I can change your fears, but if you wanna trouble me to make it disappear.
The process was quite difficult, being in lockdown and not being able to see lots of different people. But I quite enjoyed getting to work in my own space and having being able to use any time that I wanted.
I don't remember when we decided we could fly. I never questioned what I could do, anything if I was at your side. When did our two hearts get so heavy? Did I start to drag you down upon this wire, so unsteady and so far from the ground, walking tightrope?
Well, I was inspired by a TV show called Killing Eve and the character of Villanelle, because I just thought she was really cool and I wanted to be like her. And as far as the box goes, I just found it in the living room and it was a cupboard. So I just made it into a handstand thing.
Obviously not being able to train in the space has been really difficult because the most important thing about circus is that you get to do it around loads of people, and there's so much like partner work involved.
So having coronavirus meant that I did a lot more floor work, which I wouldn't usually do. I'd usually only do aerial. Well, maybe not only, but also partner acrobatics, which I can't do either. So I've like had to branch out, but I've enjoyed doing that, like having a change.
Can you tell me how you felt when you hit your minute endurance for your handstand?
I burst into tears. I was so happy I got it on camera, and then I ran downstairs to tell my mum. She thought I'd broken my leg or something because I was crying. But yeah, I was so happy. I was super proud of myself as well. I never thought that was a thing. I feel like a minute handstand is so weird. Every time I tell my friend, even like my friends don't know anything about circus, and even that, they were like, what?